Can you smell it?
What? No.
There's a life force in here tonight. I see potential. I see a famous rap artist. Being an only child, educated entirely by private tutors my whole life, I'm looking forward to interacting with children for the first time. I'm gonna teach you, and I bet you might teach me a little something also. Those of you from Western Pennsylvania probably know my father, Tony Perkis Sr., the lighting fixture king. All the lights you'll see around this camp have been donated by him. But I'm gonna do old Dad one better. I'm not gonna give you a light. I'm gonna show you the light. Hey, who wants to be on TV, huh? That's Kenny the cameraman. At age 12, I weighed 319 pounds. I eat success for breakfast with skim milk. You think I'm crazy? I'm not crazy. I just believe in you. And I believe in you. Call an order now. All right. Let's go get our hands dirty. Muscle weighs more than fat. Gerald Garner. Step on up, Gerald. You've gained 9 pounds. Have you been cheating? How can I sell an infomercial about fat kids who can't keep their piggy little snouts shut? Okay, turn on the camera. Get off the scale. All right, fine. I blame myself. You know what? I don't blame myself. No, not this time, Tony. Excuse me 1 second. How you doing, little Tony? Bad? Why do you feel bad? Because everything's falling apart and I can't do anything about it? It's not your fault. I know it's not my fault, but whose fault is it if it's not my fault? It's their fault. That's right, it's their fault. It's their fault. It's their fault. You have failed and you will pay. What? Pack light, boys. The party's over.
Alright, folks, so heavyweights. So Sue, let me ask you this. So you probably were like me where we saw a lot of Disney live action movies, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I had this conversation with D and stuff before he jumps in. And we were talking about how like a lot of, I think D actually said it best, Disney when it came to their live action movies, they were very hit or miss. Which I did come around and agree with them. And it got me thinking about all their 90s movies. So today, folks, we're talking about heavyweights. It's a very, if you ever were like watching Ben Stiller stuff, this was one of him and Judd Apatow's first like collaborations and stuff. This is actually one of Judd Apatow's first major movies and stuff. And you can see it in this movie clear as day and stuff. But it had me looking back at all the 90s Disney live action stuff that they did. Some which I actually did watch. I'm pretty sure you watched. So we'll go down the list real quick and stuff. So we did one of them, which was Cool Runnings. Right?
Yeah.
So we did that. We said our piece on that. So you had White Fang. I actually did watch that. I didn't see it in theaters, but I did see it. Did you see that?
I remember White Fang, yes.
Okay, so you had Shipwrecked, which I never saw.
Never saw Shipwreck.
Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. Never saw that. Heard of it, but never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
The Rocketeer, which I have on Blu-ray. It's, I feel, the greatest movie ever. That's just me.
Yeah.
You got Newsies, which I do remember the promotion for that movie, but never saw it in theaters because I didn't care enough to really watch it. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, which I did see in theaters.
I own that movie.
You do? DVD or VHS?
VHS, my brother.
The clamshell VHS or the regular VHS?
Even better. We dubbed it.
Oh wow, okay. Well, there you go. Which I gotta be real about this and stuff. If we ever touch on that series and stuff, it's like, okay, so Honey I Shrunk the Kid, runaway success, right? So what's funny to me is how Honey I Blew Up the Kid, it just felt like one of those like, y'all kind of waited a little too late for that.
They did.
Because this came out, what, four years after the original one?
I want to say about 4 or 5 years. Like, if Honey I Shrunk the Kids came out with the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, Honey I Shrunk the Kid, 89. So this is about 3
Yeah.
years later.
Honey,
It's like, really? Really?
Yeah, if that one came out in 89, and then the sequel didn't come out to like, what, 94 or 95?
Sequel came out in 92.
Oh, 92. Damn, I don't know why it feels like it came out later than
Now, I'll
sooner.
say this, though. To be fair to Honey
Yeah.
I Blew Up the Kid, I will say this, though. At least they were smart enough to keep the same family. Not the neighbors, but the original family. I will give them credit for that.
The thing I'll give them credit for is, yes, while they did keep the same family, I thought it was interesting how they showed how much time had passed and how the family had grown up.
Yeah. The younger kid grows to be a teenager.
And apparently they had another kid.
Hey, it ain't never too late.
And I think, and if I'm not mistaken, I think like what was it? The sister was only in the movie for like a little bit.
She was preggo and stuff. Had a family already. I'm like, okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Which would have been nice to see if she hooked up with the neighbor and stuff, even though they implied it at the end, but whatever. Can't get it all.
I think they implied that they either moved. All I know is that there was no mention of their neighbors.
Oh yeah, they moved. They moved. That was. Yeah, I think they were in L.A. They were in California still.
Yeah, in fact, they moved.
Yeah, they moved. So after that, you had the Mighty Ducks, which I gotta be real, that was actually Disney actually got some mileage out of that series. Got 3 movies.
Got mileage and then some.
A cartoon series that had nothing to do with the movies, that was separate. It was just actual ducks. And yeah, which I actually did like that cartoon series, I'll admit.
I liked it too.
Yeah, Muppet Christmas Carol, which I do like. Homebound, which I didn't know was Disney until I saw the list, and I was like, Homeward Bound, what? Wow, I didn't know.
What?
You
did not know that?
Because I thought because when they did the promotion, it was all Touchstone Picture logos all around it. That was the thing that threw me off.
And that's what we talked about before when it came to Touchstone Pictures and Disney.
Yeah, so it threw me off. Then you had the Adventures of Huck Finn, Hocus Pocus, which I was like, oh shit, that was Disney.
Again, but you know what? I'm sorry to stop you again, Chris, but it's not that I'm surprised that you didn't know, but it's how could you not tell that wasn't?
I should have picked up on it with the fucking talking animals and shit. I really should have. But,
I guess. Wait a minute, hold on. Now, Homeward Bound. That was Michael J. Fox. That was Roseanne, and who else was the other dog?
Don Amici was the older dog.
Wait a minute. So Don Amici was the older dog.
Yeah, because
and it was Michael J. Fox.
The golden retriever that was voicing it. Yeah, it was Don Amici.
Yeah, and the younger.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sally Field was the younger dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was. Yeah. No, it was the cat and 2 dogs. That's what it was. It was.
Yeah.
Don Amici was a retriever. Michael J. Fox was the bulldog, and Sally Field was the cat.
No, you sure it was Sally Field? I thought that was Roseanne.
No, Sally Field.
Then what was Roseanne in that was a talking animal?
No, you're thinking Look Who's Talking. She was a baby.
No. I know who's Look Who's Talking to because personally I love that movie. But no,
you only like it because of fucking.
I didn't. Hold on. Go ahead, Chris. Only like because of what?
Because of fucked up. What's his face? Dude from Pulp Fiction. God damn, I keep forgetting his name.
All right, dude. Look, the reason why I liked it had nothing to do with about Travolta.
Yeah, Travolta.
The reason why I like Look Who's Talking 1 and 2 is because number 1, the sperm scene is hilarious.
It'll always be hilarious.
and secondly, and I think we all can agree with this, Kirstie Alley can get every bit of this dick.
Side note for a second here. You remember that time where Kirstie Alley basically threw it out there that she wanted some black dick?
But I don't know. I think that was more part of her show that she had going on at the time.
I know. I bought it. I think that's legit. I think that was legit.
Also, just real talk. she went to my dad's high school. And a part of
what was that?
it was out in Wichita,
Okay,
Kansas.
Okay.
And a part of me is like, yo, Dad, did you hit? My dad like, I ain't know that chick.
So you waiting for your dad to be like, yeah, so son, Chrissy Alley could have been your mom. Just saying.
No, it wasn't even Kirstie Alley could have been your mama. It was just more me show you how my mom was at. So you get that conquest, my nigga. Can you say before she was famous?
So D, you're thinking of another Walt Disney movie that was ended. She voiced in Home on the Range with her and John Goodman.
Okay, now I know that. See, that's the funny thing. I know that.
Yeah, Home on the Range. That was the one that she was the voice. It was her, John Goodman, Cuba Gooding Jr., Jennifer Tilly, and Judi Dench.
I'm gonna say it. She called Cuba Gooding Jr. a nigga twice on there. Anyway,
so you got Homeward Bound, right? So you got Hocus Pocus, Cool Runnings, Three Musketeers, which I maintain that's probably the best version of live action Three Musketeers you will ever see.
Wait a second. No, it's not.
Hold on. CJ, real quick, before y'all get into it, CJ, I wanted to mention something since you brought up Homeward Bound earlier. All right. Do you remember this movie? This also came out around the same time as this. Do you remember this movie about this kid? It's this kid and a dog, and it started out on the boat. There was a storm.
Shit! Where they were fighting off a bear and shit.
Yeah, they were fighting off a bear. They had to survive out in the woods for a while in order for them to get home.
Yeah, and the dog fought a wolf.
Talking about.
Shit.
I don't know the name of it.
I remember that, man. That was around that time, man. Look, Disney,
was it called Far Away Home or something like that?
Shit like that. I thought that was actually a Disney movie. It wasn't a Disney movie. I was like, oh, okay, shit, it wasn't.
It was a good movie too.
Yeah. I mean, so you had that, right? Then you got Sue's favorite movie, Blank Check. That was a Disney movie. Yeah.
Yes.
And then Disney went into White Fang 2, Myth of the White Wolf. Which sounds like a Native American movie, which it was-ish a little bit and stuff. Angels in the Outfield.
Look, Angels, I want to say, man, look, don't start about it. It sounded like it's Native American. No, it was meant to be Native American.
Yeah.
Meant to be. I didn't say it was. It was meant to be.
Yeah. Angels in the Outfield. Then you had the Santa Claus.
Santa Claus is all right.
Yeah. The Jungle Book, which is the one with the live action with what's his face, dude that was in the Bruce Lee movie, Dragon the Bruce Lee movie.
Jason Scott Lee.
Yeah, Jason Scott Lee. Which I actually kind of sort of like that one, even though it was goofy-ish a little bit, but it was Disney. What do you want? Man of the House, which that was peak. Jonathan Taylor Thomas was the it kid at the time and stuff. Tall Tale, which that was another one that was weird. Operation Dumbo Drop, The Big Green.
Oh.
Yeah. Danny Glover and them were cashing check. Ray Liotta was paying off cars and shit during that movie, obviously.
Dude, that movie was so stupid.
Dude, here's the thing about Operation Dumbo Drop. I don't know what the fucking movie was about other than that goddamn elephant. That's it.
Yeah, it was about dropping off.
Oh, and Dougie Doug was in it, because reasons.
Yeah.
A Kid in King Arthur Court.
Yes.
A Kid in King Arthur Court.
Boo.
Tom and Huck. That was another Jonathan Taylor movie.
Didn't they produce? No, not produce. I'm sorry. Didn't they market that thing like it was going to be like, yeah, this is edgy for kids?
It was basically like it was Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Brad Renfro. It was like the bad boys. They're Tom and Huck.
Yeah, the original bad boys. You're like, watch Tom calls nigger Jim nigger. Hold
on. Who's the black person?
I don't know. I'm playing funny. I don't know.
Rachel A. Cook was in it too. That was another thing. It's like, Rachel A. Cook was in it.
Rachel A. Cook. You know what? I gotta say it, man. She was a chick I underestimated. In looks, not as an actress because she really didn't do that much. But I'm just saying, in looks, I kind of.
Which I have to pull the Janet Jackson. What have you done for us lately, Rachel A. Cook?
Wow, you're mean. You are really mean.
Besides Robot Chicken, you were funny in Robot Chicken. I'm just saying.
That's a great question because I don't think she has done that in a minute.
So anyway, and then we get down to the waning days. So we get Disney's The First Kid with Sinbad, guys.
First Kid. I don't remember nothing of that movie, and I watched.
And then to be honest with you, outside of joke, I would say this was another one of those decent live action movies. 101 Dalmatians.
I didn't like it.
Maybe because Glenn Close was she was trying to do her best to ham it up as fucking Cruella DeVille.
That was the problem. Is that 101 Dalmatians is a boring story.
Well, you figure out the fact that 101 Dalmatians doesn't have a fucking story.
It really doesn't. It's just some old.
That's why I'm like, why do people like that cartoon? I remember that cartoon. It's like that cartoon went by pretty fucking quick as soon as like the dogs went back.
See, the other thing they didn't sell you on, it didn't work for kids because really the crux of the movie, really, to be honest with you, is more of a romance than it is about the 101 Dalmatians. You know what I mean? You didn't have that same opportunity in the cartoon to really display that. And I'm not knocking Disney for going more about that route to get Jeff Daniels, whatever chick that was, together. And it was more just adults or just more of the driving point in the movie. But yeah, whatever. I don't know. I hated it, man.
So you had Jungle to Jungle, which Tim Allen was a thing.
That's a piece of crap. That's a piece. Jungle to Jungle is one of the worst Tim Allen movies ever.
George of the Jungle, which I gotta admit, I actually did like that movie.
I don't.
I like that more than Dudley Do-Right. Because Brendan Fraser, I gotta admit.
I'll take that over Dudley Do-Right. I will take it over Dudley Do-Right.
I would say this, like out of all the Disney trying to adapt that like the Rocky and Bullwinkle shit and stuff, George of the Jungle was probably their more successful one out of that stuff. Air Bud, which started a fucking a monster franchise somehow, shocking. Rocket Man, which I didn't fucking know was a damn Disney movie. Yeah, you probably didn't know about Rocket Man, did you?
Rocket Man? No.
Air Bud. I'm going to go back on Air Bud, but Air Bud created the Air Bud rule in all of movies now. Those are laid in the rule book. Here's my thing. Okay, just because it doesn't say it in the rule book doesn't mean
you can do this.
Just do it. Like, they could be like, hey man, yo, like, look, my wife's going through labor, trying to have sex. It doesn't say it in the rule book. Yeah, it doesn't.
It's like that fucking stupid movie with dude from fucking Friends and the damn monkey that could pitch in baseball. Why was the thing?
Ed?
Yeah.
Because movies and animals, because white people love animals so much that they have to do that. Oh, speaking of which, Eric,
I was like, what?
Speaking of which, Chris, that reminds me. Got to bring it up again. Are we going to get air up there eventually?
Yeah, eventually. It's going to be Kevin Bacon month, and we're going to have to do
the air up there. Are you kidding me?
Get out my face, Eric. I ain't asked you.
We're gonna get Kevin Bacon white savoring himself up from St. John's to get an African dude in Africa.
Only reason I say that to Eris because Eris is a nigga that's down for everything when it comes to certain stuff. That's why I didn't ask you, Eris. Chris.
So here's where it gets because we're getting near at the end of the 90s, right? So we got the Flubber movie, which that was a thing.
Flubber was not bad, but it wasn't good by no means.
You got the right person in Robin Williams, but it was just like I remember they sold the shit out of you on them damn Flubbers and shit, especially McDonald's.
That CGI did not.
It did not.
Well,
a low key movie which I did enjoy, Mr. Magoo, because fuck you, Leslie Nielsen is awesome.
I can't. I don't have no option on that. Never seen it.
You never seen it? Yo, okay. Leslie Nielsen, just like in Spy Hard, he was the only person that you could do Mr. Magoo with, and it works.
I guess. I'm not even going to challenge that. I didn't see the movie.
Then you got this other movie, had Paul Walker in it, Meet the Deedles. Fuck that movie, because why? I don't know why that was a thing. Then you got the Lindsay Lohan, The Parent Trap.
Overrated.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Overrated. It's fun. It's a good movie. It's really actually a really good family movie, but it's overrated.
I'll Be Home for Christmas. Again, another Jonathan Taylor Thomas movie.
And look, JT, wait a minute.
JTT.
JTT. I was going to go somewhere else. JTT need that money, bro.
Yeah.
I wonder how
Hey,
pulling down. But whatever.
JTT was pulling down Jessica Biel in that movie, so there's that.
Actually, he was on his Zach Morris in that movie because
he was. He was a dick.
Oh.
Zach Morris is trash. So Mighty Joe Young, that's where we first see Charlize Theron.
Actually, Mighty Joe Young is where I started calling people when they look like gorillas. Mighty Joe Young face ass.
And then you had and this is where I feel this is where Disney kind of like kibosh on, like, because if you look at the 90s, they had 85% live action and 15% animated, right?
Because there was a reason for that, and there's a reason why me and Eris go back and forth on that whole thing about hand drawn animation. The shit's expensive.
So
and I don't,
2000s, but that's what I'm saying. When 2000s hit, I think that's when they started transitioning and like, hey, Pixar's making us money. Let's transition into that.
That's really what happened because Pixar just ended up getting way too much money.
Because you think about the 90s, they gave us Toy Story and A Bug's Life, and they blew up.
Yep.
And Toy Story 2 as well. I forgot.
But that was just animation in general, man, because you can look at even today. Yeah, there's still hand-drawn cartoons and all the rest of that. It's just that process is so freaking expensive now.
I mean, think about it like this, right? You have because think about it. I was looking back at it and stuff. There literally was like, it was just an animated movie. Like, it goes to your point. You only got one animated movie a year out of Disney because of that.
Yeah, because these movies were costing almost $100,000 to do, and that's a lot of man hours to do and all the rest of that. I think really what it is not so much the expense of it, but the time and the process that it takes. You know what I mean?
I mean, think about it. Like, you're talking about, like, the last time they had a back-to-back movie was when they had the DuckTales movie and The Rescuers Down Under in 1990.
But that's two different. I think that's a little.
It was two different studios, I know, but still, that was the last time they had.
Not even so much two different studios.
Two different studios and two different movies, both good. Completely went under the radar.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm starting to really turn on Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah. But anyways.
Me personally, I don't know. I'm sorry.
And to be honest with you,
the DuckTales movie, I would say this. It hasn't aged well for D, but it doesn't mean it's not a good movie.
Oh, it's a good movie. It's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's probably because I don't like DuckTales as much as I thought I did.
Yeah. You know what? My thing with DuckTales is I just like the world building and the fact that it spawned off like fucking Darkwing Duck because of it.
Get out my face, Chris, with that world building crap, man.
That was just how it is. As a kid, it was just like, oh shit, it was fucking Launchpad from fucking DuckTales. He's in Darkwing Duck. Yeah, it's awesome.
World building. My world building was the second I saw Baloo in a freaking
real talk. I was the only kid. I was the only kid that was like, yo, the Jungle Book characters are fucking walking around and Baloo owns a fucking airplane company.
You mean to tell me Shere Khan is freaking? You mean to tell me that Shere Khan is freaking Geese Howard / Donald Trump? What?
Shere Khan Carnage.
Oh my God!
Don Carnage is Putin and shit. Like, goddamn.
Look, King Louis is the freaking plug. Like, yo.
King Louis was the plug, but he was also Ernie's Juice Bar before there was an Ernie's Juice Bar. All right, come on.
Yes, real talk.
Real talk. King Louis was the plug even back in the original Jungle Book.
Yeah, he was.
It made me laugh because of King Louis, because King Louis not only get handed out some of the missions for Baloo, at the same time someone's telling me like they had a party out there the night before and it was lit. Something tells me that they had everything illegal in that joke, man. Louis had it up.
So this is where when again transition to 2000s where they started transitioning into the animated thing. I gotta be real about this and stuff. I think Inspector Gadget was where Disney said, fuck this shit, let's just go straight animated series. Because that was a live action movie that they did before they kind of eased back and transitioned to just doing animated stuff strictly.
I think Disney was also going to do a transitioning period themselves because it wasn't just on the movie tip. It was also on the Disney Channel itself. The Disney Channel had became very profitable at that time too.
Because Disney Afternoon.
Not so much.
Disney after no, let's say Disney Afternoon. That was like ABC and
That
like all
was
the other.
That was all.
It was syndicated on
okay.
network television. Hell, it wasn't even on the Disney Channel.
No, I thought Tailspin. No, they were on Tailspin. They was on Disney Channel.
I'm talking about
Chris,
Disney Afternoon.
Chris.
Okay.
Talking about the Disney Afternoon.
Yeah,
Disney Afternoon. Disney Afternoon was syndicated on network television first.
Oh, okay,
that's
my
why
bad.
that group.
That's what I'm saying, Chris. Let me finish that. What happened was in the 2000s, the Disney Channel itself became a little bit more profitable because at that time, if any of y'all remember, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon were going at it at that time.
Oh yes,
and then
they were.
Disney all of a sudden stepped up its whole production on this television show, on his television. All the live action stuff. All the live action stuff like Hannah Montana and all the rest of that stuff were starting to go through the roof ratings wise. Raven Simone's jump, all of them, they really actually started getting ratings, and they were competing against Cartoon Network, who had all these line of cartoons. Real talk, Dragon Ball changed the game. If you want to be honest,
Tommy really did kind of like shit, guys, damn.
Both Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon changed the game.
If you want to know what changed the game, but there was a single thing on each channel that really did it ratings wise. Cartoon Network, it was Dragon Ball. On Nickelodeon, it was SpongeBob.
Oh yes, it was.
On Disney, it was Hannah Montana. So basically, you had all these different shows. Oh yeah, of course. My girl. What's the name? Hillary Duff show. I forgot her name.
Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire. All of that was hot at the time. So Disney kind of converted all their live action to their channel, and that's why I said you started to notice different stuff was coming on, even the animation to a point, because all their hand drawn stuff was on the Disney Channel itself. One of their most popular shows was The Proud Family. That was all hand drawn. Yeah. So a lot of the expenses were changing within Disney anyway. And at that time, they were kind of acquiring different stuff at the time and all the rest. Pixar was pretty much the placeholder for all their animation stuff. And Pixar, remember at that time, wasn't 100% with them. Mm-hmm. But I do agree with you. Matthew Broderick fucked it up for everybody. I say all that.
Ferris Bueller fucked it up.
Matthew Broderick effed it up for everybody.
So you might be saying all that to say, what is this all about? Well, it goes back to heavyweights. Now, heavyweights, and this is something me and Sue said, out of the whole cast and stuff, Kenan Thompson, people forget, Kenan Thompson was like on fire. You're coming off of all that. You're coming off of the fucking Mighty Ducks movie, D2. You got all this shit happening, and like you put him in that movie front and center along with the other kids. But I remember Kenan Thompson, like, that was the only person I remember. Him and the other dude, Goldberg, from fucking Mighty Ducks as well. They were both in that movie. But, like, I didn't care for the other kid. I really didn't.
But that's the funny thing. I think for Kenan was either he was just a Hollywood, he was one of the lucky black kids that actually got callbacks, or he was a Disney kid. I don't think he was a Disney kid, though.
Nah, he was more Nickelodeon, because he had all that from
Nickelodeon. Remember, outside of... Because after D2, after the Mighty Ducks and Heavyweights, he was no longer in anything Disney related.
Yeah. So, he was strictly Nickelodeon and free agent basically after that.
Yeah, free agent. Yeah. So, but still, I think he was just one of those kids that got lucky to be a child actor to actually stick around. And to Kenan's credit, he's really one of the few of our generation that made it. And when I say our generation, I'm talking about the 90s kids. The 90s kids that made it.
Yeah, I mean,
there's not too many of them. Yeah. And outside of like Raven Simone, him, Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon was never a child though.
Yeah.
So I don't remember him doing those. You can say like Lindsay Lohan. Lohan, even then she's kind of wavy because she really hasn't done anything lately. But you know what I'm saying? There's not that many people that survived.
Yeah.
That because it ain't like the 80s where all the kids in the 80s they just got hooked on cocaine.
Yeah, like I said, I think Kenan just kind of like
the 90s kids just got screwed over by their parents. That's the only difference was.
It's like, but like the movie, okay, so Heavyweights, I just remember the whole movie, and I think D could probably agree with this too, and y'all can both agree. I felt the movie really was trying to do like, we're gonna do the stereotypes of fat kids and shit. And there is some hit and miss jokes. Don't get me wrong. There's some funny jokes, and then there's cause see they're fat. You see, those kind of jokes. It's like, all right, fine.
That was most of the movie to me. See, because they're fat.
But again, the golden to me, and I will always imply this: Ben Stiller, he fucking steals the show.
He didn't just steal the show. Again, he looked at this movie and said, "Ooh, a buffet," and just went ham.
because to be honest with you, and if it sounds like I'm downing the movie, I don't mean it to make it sound that way. But there wasn't really that much to take away from this movie. When it comes to outside the fat jokes, it becomes every stock summer camp. Just this time it's only focusing on the fat kid type of story. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there really wasn't that much to take.
They got to fight against the camp of athletic kids. See?
It's really easy. It's really stock when you look at it. So Ben Stiller did take a motherfucking chainsaw to a cake and cut his slice out when it comes to this movie.
Hold on, what was that quote you put up, D, that he said?
What he said? I eat success for breakfast with skim milk.
So the movie is basically this kid, Jerry. His parents, they send him to weight loss camp, which, to be fair, in real life, that is a thing. There is weight loss camp and stuff like that. And I think MTV actually did one of those True Life fucking episodes based on that shit too.
What fat camp?
Yeah, True Life. I'm going to weight loss camp or some shit like that. And
you know what? That's such a '90s thing to me. As a kid, and I'll come out.
There's a camp for everybody, kids.
Look, as a kid, and I'll come out and say it. I wet the bed a lot when I was a kid, so there was a lot of us bedwetters. We were putting this thing of, oh, you wet the bed. We got to put you on this box and make you feel like a certain way and all that. The 90s had a really fucked up way of doing that about a lot of kids. If you were too hyper, you went into this box. If you were too imaginative, you went into this box. If you were too fat, you went into this box. If you were too skinny, you went into this box. The 90s had, like I said, a fucked up way of doing that.
But I mean, the 90s also had this motif too, because the funny thing is, a year prior to this movie, you had another movie called Camp Nowhere that also was kind of like playing on this thing of like all these kids are supposed to go to these different type of camps and stuff, and they ended up basically making their own camp and stuff where they have fun and stuff. So it's like, I remember seeing that movie, and then I see
summer camps. I wish I went to a summer.
Can I be real about this though?
Something I want to point out this, by the way, real quick. One thing I want to point out about this movie is this movie definitely drew inspiration for probably one of me and Dee's favorite episode of The Simpsons.
What, Camp Krusty?
Yes.
Yeah, it did. There was some Camp Krusty-isms in this movie too.
The only thing that was because it makes me think that it's just easy to do that. Somebody takes over the camp, and it's not the way the kids think it was going to be. It just seems like a lot of.
I mean, like a lot of references was from, like, for example, I don't mean to jump ahead here, but the part where a dude was sending a letter to his grandmother, and like when Lisa was sending her letter to her mom, even though they took it. They took it and they moved the volume up to 10 by having her send it to a messenger on a horse.
No,
the best thing they didn't have in this movie that was from the Camp Krusty episode was when the house blew down, and when the houses blew down and Bart was hanging onto the wood. Lisa, next summer I'm getting a job.
So here's the thing. Like, we get Jerry's character at the beginning of the movie. They're getting out of school for the summer and stuff. And they do kind of the typical thing of, hey, kid, watch this fat kid run away from him because he missed the bus and he's running away from the bus and the kids are laughing at him. See? Because he's fat.
Yeah, look at him. He's out of breath. Life is a little bit harder from him because he's rotund. And then
Hold up, D. Just to emphasize this too, as he's walking home and stuff, to really emphasize them saying because he's fat, he goes past his lemonade stand, gives these chicks $5 and drinks the pitcher of lemonade.
Actually, in my opinion, that was bad continuity because he spilled a bunch of that on his shirt, and then the next scene, his shirt was bone dry.
Well, it was
Bullshit.
90 degrees, D. You probably dried off pretty quick.
Hey, Chris. Fuck you. This is a Disney.
I need continuity.
But then he goes home and walks into his father, who is played by Jeffrey Tambor. What? What are you doing in this movie?
Playing concern. Now, son, you see that I'm not fat. You're fat.
Speaking of which, the kid that plays Jerry. The kid that plays Jerry, he was in Mighty Ducks, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the first one.
I knew that.
See, this is like a Mighty Ducks mini reunion-esque a bit and stuff.
What I love is the little kid. Is that Jerry looks at his father and says, "I'm not going to fat camp. Like, why don't you go? You're fatter than me."
It's like, son, your dad is like 6'2". He ain't fat. He's perfectly within his weight range. All right, chill.
Like, here's me. Thank God I ain't a black kid, because thank God you ain't a black kid. I ain't going to fat camp. You're fatter than me, Dad. My dad would have slapped the shit out of me.
Can I put time out though? Time out.
Who the parent in this relationship?
Time out though for a second though. This emphasizes something, and I know somebody might say it's not true. I gotta be honest with you. As a kid, right, I always felt like camps were like a white thing.
You know what? I did too. I still do to a certain extent, only because the only camp I went to was the one that actually was at our church, Chris. I went to that one, man.
Wasn't a camp though, D? Think about it. I went to it too.
No. Nigga, that was camp. It was up in the mountains, wasn't it?
The one that I went to, it was no bullshit, D. We literally went to Waldorf over by the what the fuck is the name of that see, not the I was about to say Potomac River, the Patuxent over there. Yeah, we were over there at that park. That was technically camp.
No. We went. It was a camp. It was summer camp. It was for a week, man. It was basically a retreat. And Reverend Branson. You remember we had Reverend Branson there?
Man, yes.
There and all that. And I went the year.
I seen pictures.
Don't tell no. Look, and I went the year I went. The last year I went. Don't tell nobody. But one of his daughters got finger banged in the gym. Don't tell nobody.
I think I know who it is, and I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Anyway.
Side note, folks. Let's be real about this. I'm pretty sure there was a couple of people that me and D know that got finger banged at Full Gospel, but nobody want to say anything about it.
Oh man, there's quite a few, man. Look. If you go to a big church, don't act all high and mighty. You know who the freaks are. Anyway.
Even some of the teachers, but I ain't going to say anything.
Here's the funny thing. The one they had at our church was nice. It was pretty nice. It was out in the woods. It was in the middle of the woods, had a big ass lake.
I saw pictures.
White people were pleasant to us and all that. It was pretty damn good. No, for real. It was a bunch of white people.
Was it Pennsylvania or was it like Western Maryland or some shit?
Nigga, I don't remember. I'm with you. The first time I went, I was like 7 and I didn't want to go and all that. And the second time I went, I was 12, I think.
Oh, okay.
And I had a lot more fun that time. But I promised myself, and this is how pitiful, how vivid this is, Chris. I promised myself, when we go up here, I'm going to remember where we go, where we at, yada, yada, yada. And going up there, I fell asleep, and coming back, I fell asleep.
On the Full Gospel bus?
Yeah. So we could have been in Pennsylvania. We could have been in Pennsylvania, Western Maryland. Hell, nigga. We could have been in Texas for all I know. All I know is that I fell asleep. So whatever. But real talk, when it comes to summer camp, those type of camps, to me, yes, Eris, they come off very Caucasian to me. Like very Caucasian to me.
Like those are the type of ones that even my mom would just be like, am I going to take Chris there? Do I really want to pay the money to send Chris there? Nah, we're good. We're good.
It's funny hearing that. Look, to me, it's funny hearing that you guys had to deal. I mean, you guys had like summer camps and all that stuff. I didn't really have that.
Good for you. It ain't as sweet as you think it is.
It really is.
No, I mean, for one thing, I was never really interested. In two, I had youth centers. When you grow up on bases like I did, youth centers were pretty much your summer camp.
Well, also too, it's not like me and D had a fucking choice because it's not like we're going to tell our folks, no, I'm not going. They're going to look at you and pop you upside your head and tell you you're going. I pay you X amount of money. You better get your ass on that bus.
I mean,
Hey, Chris,
think about
shit about my parents. All right, man. You ain't allowed to do shit.
look. First of all, summertime. You out of school, and you're on a base, and you can't really go too far. So all you got is the youth center. Let's see. We got basketball. We got all the sports that we can play throughout the entire day. We got board games. We got free food and free
Power
drinks.
Rangers show up too?
I was out of some. You know what? I was out of. Matter of fact, I wasn't living on base by the time Power Rangers came out. Yeah, Power Rangers, we moved off base. But when I was there, bro, we had full Street Fighter 2 on deck.
Man, bases always had fucking arcade machines there.
No. I'm not talking about arcade machines, bro. We actually had both a Sega Genesis and a Super Nintendo set up.
Inferior version, sir.
Okay. Yeah, it was all we had. All right.
I know. I'm just
check out Chris over here. Inferior version.
No. I can't. I'm just talking shit now as an adult, but back then it's like Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the Genesis. What the fuck am I talking about?
Like back then, like we had all that stuff. We pretty much had every form of entertainment to keep just to burn off as much energy as possible. And I had to deal with that for like the whole 3 months of summer vacation.
Dude. Lucky for you, the one camp I went to had a busted ass. I think it was like, God, was it Miss Pac-Man? Whatever it was, but it was an arcade machine that was busted and was just tempting all of us. Like, you're starting craft. You could be playing on me, but nobody will fix me.
Nobody will fix me.
Now here's the thing. So the kid is literally sitting there like, I'm not going to fat camp. His parents in the fat camp. And that's where we basically meet the cast, the rest of the kids and stuff. And
I must say, Kenan Thompson has had the exact same face his whole life. slightly chubby and round. He has not changed facially ever.
Not even that dude hasn't not grown a beard, a mustache, or nothing.
Not a beard, none of that.
The only thing he had was the struggle braids, and that was Keenan and Kel era.
Yeah,
struggle braids. That's the struggle braids and the mustache that he has now.
But we talked about that in Booty Call. I was like, hey, look, every black person had those braids. It's just what it is.
Man, Keenan had to push a T braids, man.
But the thing is,
did them shits move coke at the same?
But he had the thick Pusha T braids, though.
Thank you, Chris. But could have moved coke though.
Exactly.
Yo, but
they're having a conversation on the bus, and I think D, you said it best. The lead actor that's like the actor that's like that actually was the person that was like, I guess, the face of the camp because he went to fat camp as a kid and he grew up to still be fat still and stuff. He's the one driving the bus and he's cracking the jokes and stuff. And as they're driving stuff and stuff, he was like, hey guys, you want to go to McDonald's? But it was funny because it's like they're driving past all these fucking fast food places.
It was a Checkers. There was a Taco Bell,
Wendy's, McDonald's. I think Burger King was like kind of out of frame. And I'm gonna say hold on. And somewhere along that road, it was probably in the scene, but they were left on the cutting room floor a Dairy Queen.
Oh yeah, I think it was a Dairy Queen there. It had to be because I'm sitting there. What strip of a highway are y'all sitting at where you have all of those just laid out there? Like good example. Actually, Chris, you know about this. Going up towards Pittsburgh, going up, what was that, Breezewood?
Oh man, that was like a smorgasbord of fucking sheets. BK, like Hardee's.
A BK, a Hardee's. Across the street is like a Wendy's, a McDonald's.
Like that town wants to make you know that, hey, you go past here, you ain't gonna find shit.
Like it tells you that it's like, all right, that way is the Pennsylvania Turnpike, that way is Maryland. Which way is going to be? Because it's the last stop.
And no bullshit. it really is kind of the last thing you see until you get to the next town when you're going towards PA. And when you go to Maryland, same thing until you get to like
Maryland.
Frederick.
Oh my God, because you pretty much going down a mountain at that point. That's all, because there's nothing there except gas stations. And even at the gas station.
The gas station food. That's about it.
Like what kind? Like, oh man, I hope at this Chevron is actually like, a Chevron 7-Eleven. Oh, just a regular Chevron market. Now I keep going.
Keep going. I can wait. But anyways, so they're on the bus and stuff, and Pat Finley, that's his name. Pat Finley, and stuff. This the character. So they drive to the bus. They get to the camp, and they're getting all there and stuff. But when they get there, the owners.
Oh man, no. They get there. They have what I like to call preliminary fun, being fat kids. They get to their bunks and they dump all their candy off into a little stash.
The fat camp. You're not there to lose weight. You're there to have fun and eat candy.
Okay. Look, here's my thing.
The product placement is out the ass in this movie.
Okay, let me just say this. There's fat, and then there's that shit. Be honest with you. I will be very. I was never a fat kid until. Actually, I was never fat until after I got out of school. To be honest with you, but even the fat kids I know didn't do nothing close to that. I mean, yeah, you might got some annihilators on you. Yeah, sure.
Some Skittles.
You might
maybe a Slim Jim.
You might have a Slim Jim. These niggas had salami.
Even Tony Perkins' character was like, salami, guys? Really? That's what we're doing?
Niggas had ropes of pepperoni and shit, yeah. I'm like, and the whole time.
That's white levels of fat right there, to be honest.
Dude, that's a level of fat I don't know about. I like, because none of these, because this shows you how different we are now to what we were back then. Because those kids now compared to now, it's like none of y'all motherfuckers are really obese. Y'all just eat too damn much.
You need to drink some goddamn water. That's what y'all need to be drinking.
What you need to do is go outside and drink some water.
Seriously, it's like, but that's the thing. It's like, that's what.
Look, here's this. My son's starting to hear from people. My oldest one, he got a pudge now. He got a straight up gut now. And I told him, like, it'll be all right, because when he gets taller, I'm going to straighten out and all the rest of that. If it don't, it don't. Whatever. My thing is this. I was like, Donovan, go outside. Dad, I don't want to go outside. Get your fat ass outside, nigga. Get some sun.
But Dad, you're fat too. Don't matter. Get outside.
My son hit that. But Dad, ain't you fat? That's when I turned to SpongeBob. Dad, ain't you fat? Get out my face.
Here's the sad part, though. Die'll say that shit as he, don't Donovan get the fuck out of his face.
I am not that fat, nigga. Oh, I have done fat shit, but I will never do I would never do that fat shit yet.
Okay. You said yet.
No, because you gotta look. Here's my thing. Look, I mean this to any parent. If you're gonna make fun of your kids, make sure the comedy is gold. Because if it ain't gold, you're just being mean.
You can't be serious with it. You can't be serious. You gotta get some comedy into it, because otherwise it's not funny.
No, I'm saying this because there's a difference between cracking a joke and your kid laughing at it, and cracking a joke and is at your child's expense. Whereas like, you're a fat ass, and the kid's not laughing at it because you're making fun of them. Now, if it's like, hey, what I just told you, man, get outside. But Dad, you eating a donut. Shut the fuck up, nigga. That's funny. That's actually funny, because look at this nigga eating a donut. Only when the comedy.
If you hear the sad Hulk music playing when you do that, that's when you know you fucked up.
Actually, no. And God, I hate my son, because I don't hate my son. I hate the fact that Donnie was watching this movie with me, and it was when Tony Perkins showed up. Donnie did it perfectly, because when they found the candy on that one kid, he's like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Yo!
I'm like, Donnie, get out the room. All right.
He said, "Hello, darkness, my friend."
Hey, look, look. There's 2 songs. CJ, you already know there's 2 songs that you sing or have playing when shit like that happens. There's "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend," and then there was the God, which scene? I'm trying to remember which scene it was. There was another scene where, oh yeah, when the one kid decided to snitch, because at first they just found a couple of candy and they're like, all right, everybody just shut up. This is just a small setback. Still got the stash. They ain't found the stash yet. When that one kid snitched them out and said, oh, I went to this camp before, and he pulls back that chest and opens up that loose floorboard that reveals all that candy. You cut back to the look on everybody's faces. All around me are familiar faces.
Me personally, if I was any of the kids in there, and you took my candy away, it would have turned into just this. Like, give me that candy. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone.
So here's the thing. So you get to the camp in the older, the camp days. The Al and Harvey.
They jump on the blob. Yay! I've never been on one of those things.
Those are fun. I'll admit, those are fun.
I've never been in those inflatable tubes.
And I'm guessing.
Off.
I'm guessing that with the blob, like, you really need a fat person to land on it just to make a skinny person fly off.
Or in my case, when my uncle actually rented one for the family reunion, you need like 2 people to get that shit going, basically. So yeah,
because if I'm going through that, man, I'm doing some Jeff Hardy in the air, man.
Oh man, that shit was popping. D knows this. You know that lake in North Carolina, Lake Gaston? That's where we had that shit at. I was like, yo, that shit was balling.
Y'all some country ass nigga. Anyway.
So Allison Harvey, which is played by Ben Stiller's folks, Jerry Stiller had me rolling, right? Where Alice is all like, Harvey and I are sad and dismayed to announce we are no longer the owners of the camp. And then Harvey was like, sometimes in life, things don't work out the way you plan. In those situations, sometimes you foul chapter 9 bankruptcy. He starts breaking down.
And I like how, what he said,
it's like, you worked your whole life. You do what you have to do. Nothing.
I'm like, Jerry Stiller is actually playing true life Jerry Stiller right now.
Look,
what did the kids don't let? What he said before, right before that? He
never let anyone sign your checks. Listen, Jerry Stiller in every movie he's in has been fucking hilarious. I remember when he was in Zoolander and he had me fucking rolling when he was like, he said he had what the fuck did he say he had when he was trying to pee? Fuck. Shit, I forgot. He said it was something the size of a fucking
you mean a fucking God, I forget what you called them. Kidney stone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, something like that. And he said he dropped the pee. And he's like, "Thank you." He dropped the pee and stuff. I was like, "Oh my god." So anyways, that's when we get Tony Perkins coming out there with the inspirational.
Question though. So two things. Okay. The camp counselors being floored by this is unacceptable. Okay, number one. Number two, how long did Tony Perkins have time to actually set up all that thing behind the curtain?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stop asking questions.
But I like the funny. I like how it's funny.
Look, hold on. First of all, he's a movie. He has off-screen time, off-screen prep time.
No,
all right,
but you know what was funny about it though? Is how like he's sitting up there talking and he was all like, I see a future rap star, and he's pointing to fucking Kenan Thompson. I'm like, of course he would say that.
And I like how everybody laughed off. I'm like, I don't know why y'all laughing. He's going to be the only star left in this movie besides Ben Stiller.
But he points at the English kid and was like, I see a future president of the United States, and his boy is like, he's English, sir. He's English. Just putting it out.
You want what Donnie said? You want to know exactly what Donnie said when he saw that? Donnie, here's Donnie. That's racist. And then again, Donovan, if you don't get the hell out of my face, gone, boy. I'm watching the movie.
That's your son, man. That is your son right there. It's like, that's racist, Dad. The fact that your son pointed that out, I would have seriously ran up. Real talk, D. I'd have ran up to my nephew and gave him a hug. Like, oh my god, thank you.
Like, get up. It was so funny. I was mad. Like, Donovan, shut up.
No, because I would have looked at you. And I would have said, "D, he knows.
He knows."
See, if Tay said I fucking died even more, Tay was like, "Dad, that's racist." It's like, get out of my face, Tay.
Oh, my son, look, Tay only hit me up with "that's racist" one time because he's starting to understand what racism is, which is sad, really, but whatever. I forgot what I said. I said something normal like, "Wow, that's white as hell," and Tay like, "Dad, like, what is it? That's racist, Dad." I'm like, "Hey, Sante, no one ain't." Ain't racist. Mind your business. I forgot what it was. It was something that was white as hell.
So,
the person stuff.
So cut to after the inspirational speech. That's when we find out that basically, they're separating the camp counselors and stuff. So basically, Pat was actually originally, since he was the counselor and stuff, he's like, "Hey, I'm going to be here sleeping with the kids, here, because we're all cool and stuff." And the guy's like, no, all the camp counselors are in their little separate places and stuff. And hey, I'm the new person that's going to be talking to him. And he has this very German-esque accent to him. Lars. And Lars very much plays it up, trying to be the very foreign person and stuff. And the kids are just giving him shit and stuff. And it's actually funny in a chuckle-worthy way and stuff.
Mildly funny. A lot of this shit is really mildly funny. It's just how it's played up. Yeah. And all of it's played up of look at these fat kids. That's what it really turns out.
I do like Goldberg because he's actually funny because he's the one that's basically fucking just busting everybody, just getting them jokes off every chance he gets.
In real life,
hold up, Goldberg, aka Dashy. Let's just be real here. Before Dashy found his humor of just screaming all the goddamn time, this was Dashy.
Yeah.
Yo, Goldberg, the kid that played Goldberg, he's skinny. Like now, he's like really skinny. He's like doing only bit parts right now, and it makes me say, "Wow." So Kenan Thompson was the only person that knew his worth and didn't lose weight. If anything, maintained it somehow.
Hey, this kid was just like, "Hey, dog, get my weight up past my duck shit, and that's about it."
Hey, I always wonder how many of these kids. I mean, how many of these kids in this movie escaped from the camp from Addams Family Values?
Shit,
I was gonna say,
spilled over into this movie.
Man,
I only think like one or two really bad. The camp from Addams Family Values. That to me is the worst camp ever.
See, that was very traditional white camp to me and stuff with the archery shit. Archery, that's like, that is peak whiteness. Because I mean,
that was Camp Anglo-Saxon right there, son. You couldn't beat that.
That was Camp Caucus.
Boy, man, right there. The best, again, I got to bring up the best line. My son did 2 years over. My son did 2 years over to private school. What about your son? Probation.
Gotta be real. I think Gomez and them represented every black family at those kind of camps.
Gomez. No, I'm sorry. I hate to go back on a better movie, and I'm being real. I like Heavyweights, but Addams Family Values is a way better movie. But the look of pride on Gomez's face when he said probation.
Probation.
Like, my son beat it, nigga.
Let's just be real here, D. That would be either one of us. If I had kids, I would have taken the opportunity to use that joke.
Oh yeah, I'm going to. There's going to be some asshole mom or dad that asks me about talk about their kid. What about your son? Probation.
Now here's the thing, right? So the kid. So the kid.
No, I'm sorry, Chris. That is a proud parent right there. My son beat the charges and only got probation. That is a true parent. I hope to strap that type of a dad one day.
Oh man. So here's the thing, right?
Sorry, you.
Oh shit. So okay. So the kids, they're going through the Tony Perkins workout where they're doing the fucking electric slide shit and stuff. And typical, hey, they're fat, so they don't slide properly, and they're, hey, fat kid falls down, da-da-da-da. So after that and stuff, they're doing their initial, weigh-ins and stuff, and they're doing the whole, I guess, checking their body fat percent, I guess, and stuff on them. And it's just a montage of them doing all that and stuff. One of the kids is, crying as he's doing it and stuff. I guess they were trying to play off that as laughs, and I was like, okay, that was a thing, I guess. So, y'all still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so after that and stuff, so we get to the annual baseball game that the other camp has. And, of course, the other camp is full of the fit kids because, of course, that's what you do.
Now, those are the kids that, if you were to, Perkins said it himself that he eats excellence, for breakfast. The fit kids, their slogan was, "I piss excellence."
I piss excellence and I make fun of fat kids because why not? Because we're better than you.
We're better than you, and you know it.
Yeah, even the coach of the other team is just like, yeah, we're gonna kick the shit out of you guys. So just saying, just FYI.
Like they beat him in the sport, right? So the fit kids beat him in the sport, and the coach would be like, like that was real work, kids. Come on, I'm taking you all to Sizzler.
Oh man, but it's just typical kind of just like what you expect out of something like this and stuff. It's like, yeah, of course they sit there and throw it up and they run the score up, where it's like, oh, hey, they won 100 and something to 0. Of course they do.
Yo, there is nothing more that pisses me off than an unathletic fat kid. I'm just gonna put it out there because even when I can feel like I was going through puberty and I was kind of chubby and all that, nigga, I could still run. You know what I mean? I can still play basketball.
This is why this is why I still feel as though Sammo Hung gave inspiration to every big person ever that they can do this kind of shit.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Now, it's for me, it's kind of funny. I told it to my son because I was saying that during the movie. My son for my kid, I hate unathletic fat people. He was like, oh, like me? I'm like, oh, son, look at me. You're not fat enough yet for me to get pissed off like that. Also, you can run. You play soccer. Really? Yeah, really. Now shut up. Now shut up and eat the rest of your noodles and noodles.
Now here's the thing, right? So they go through that whole thing, right? And then we cut to the montage of we got to show the bad things in this camp and stuff. Tony Perkins is a dick. So we get this montage where he's like,
Chris, I'm surprised there wasn't a little kid on their harmonica playing sad music.
Clanking a fucking cup against the bars and they're in prison. So he's writing this letter to his dad like, yeah, Dad, war is hell. And things like that and stuff. Like it's fucking Metal Gear Solid and stuff like, yes, war is hell. So it's to the point where it's like,
I gotta ignore that shit too, like, because I would too. I'm like, boy, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but it's like, Dad, they're taking away our go-karts. And I was like, I was agreeing with his dad. Yo, I sent you to fat camp, not go-kart camp. What are we doing?
Now, real talk. I can't get mad at that either. If I was a dad, I'd be saying, well, like, Dad, they took away the go-karts. Oh, look like the Twinkie eater thought it was going to be a whole lot.
That's a big move.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why did they take away the go-karts, Dad? Oh man, sounds like you had some problems over there.
Sounds like fucking first world problems like shit, man.
So I'll be reading the little email down. Dad, they took our go-karts away. I'm like, hey baby, look what Heifer Wolf gave us. They took away his go-karts.
Your son is like, what's Heiferworth, Dad? Glad you want to know, son.
Oh no, my son know who it is. Right at that point, I know my son's just loading up a good comeback. I'm gonna get that nigga. Nigga, I don't know who Pepper is. I like Rocco's Modern Life too, pops.
Oh, dude, your kids get old enough and all of us are going to be in the same room. I'm like, them jokes are going to be fucking hilarious. That's all I'm saying.
Look, man, look. I hate to break it to them. I know Generation Z that they can do something. Nigga, I'm a millennial. We made up joning on people, son. I'm ready for it.
So, like, at one point during this montage, Tony Perkins is literally doing, gotta be real about this shit that white people do where they take shit to the extreme. This motherfucker has somebody put a fucking block of ice on him and he gets a fucking sledgehammered on him.
Dude, that is some. Thank you for that, dude, bro. That is some dude, bro.
Gotta show how tough I am on a bed of nails with an ice block on me.
Yo, Tony Perkins was a straight up character. He was just like.
It was his character from Dodgeball. That's why I said his character from Dodgeball was an extension of this character from this.
I know. It seemed like he came off like a character. He came off like an episodic villain off of regular show, didn't he?
Yeah,
I was really expecting him to just like right after he took the block of ice while sitting on the bed of nails was for him to get up, grab one of the weak camp counselors, and just straight up teabag him.
Dude,
just
he came off like a regular show villain, man. Just like unnecessary BS.
No, you know what he reminded me of? Fucking Homeboy from that commercial with the fucking with the fucking mullet and the fucking shorts and shit.
Yo, if this movie was done today, the word bro and like bro and whatever else can be added to it will be all of his language. Like, yeah, that's right, bro. Yeah, bro, Tivius. Yeah, bro, Dexter. Yeah, you know all that. Yeah, protein shake.
So after we get this montage and stuff, and Tony Perkins is at one point he's in front of a fucking damn campfire at night doing like a montage speech and stuff, and it's all serious.
And one of those things, the little glide they was on.
Yeah,
son. I would have crushed that thing as a kid, man. These fat motherfuckers. Now, the best part of that, though, was to show you how ain't shit he was. If you look at that scene again, all the kids to the right are technically on a hill. So he did that on purpose.
Serving them fucking gruel and stuff. Just shitty-ass food.
Yo, man.
To the point that now, here's the thing, right? To the point that at the end of the montage, the kids are running after a cow and stuff. I'm like, come on, kids. You go full and well. You are not going to eat that cow. Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Again, shout outs to my son. Because they're fat, Dad. Yes, son. Because look, to give my son credit, yeah, he would get that because, like, half the time. Because they're fat, you see. You see, son, because they're morbidly obese, they have to fall over and pratfall, like, if you will. What they think of.
So we cut to the dance, and I gotta be honest with you though. D put it up on our little private chat where he was like, "White people, fucking white people," because this whole dance right now. Again, you have the hot chicks from whatever camp they got these chicks from, right?
Camp. I call it camp plot convenience.
Yeah, basically. And you got the fat kids on this side. Typical, nigga, you fat. Why would I want to dance with you? That kind of shit. And it's like, really? We're doing this now, movie? Okay. You know. And eventually, the one of the camp counselors, he used to be fat. Now he's skinny.
Oh my God. I hate you, Eris. I'm going to have to edit this out. I hate you so much, Eris.
What'd you do?
Son, doesn't it though? I hate you so much. I was going to mute myself. I can't. You got to hear me. I hate you. We're in the middle of a show, you idiot. We're in the middle of a damn show, and you got to put this crap up.
All I'm saying is, dude.
Look at this shit.
To really side note here, folks, if I had to emphasize a savagery of what represents us, and if Capcom came to us and said, "Hey guys, what's your definition of 30 years of Street Fighter?" Ho ho, I got a picture for you.
Okay. Andrew says what? And I got to question it too. Okay, so where's Bison's arm at, and where does her waist begin?
First of all, let me explain. First of all, let me explain something. Let's explain something to y'all. This picture, and Chris, you can see this because you actually own it. If you own a copy of the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, you go into the museum.
Yeah,
it's in there.
Actually, I have the art of Capcom, and it's in that too as well.
Yep, there's that.
I'm serious. Where does everything begin and end?
I don't know
this
where the
picture?
hand disappears inside fucking Rose. So clearly he's fingering the shit out of her.
Like I said, killing it.
Whatever.
Anyway,
See, I was gonna mute this, but I had to put it on record because I want to laugh when I go over this, when I edit this. Eris, you ain't shit. We got work to do.
Now here's the
It's
thing.
20:30 in the morning over here, and you act like a douche.
Okay, look. The only reason why I pulled the picture up is because I got look. I'm in the background. I got Twitch playing, and Max is on stream. He was going through the photos and shit of Street Fighter 30th Anniversary, and so I saw the picture of Mason and Rose. Nobody in the chat said anything, and I said, "Oh, fuck that shit." I said, "Fuck that shit." I'm looking that up right now. So I just Googled Bison. Bison Rose chokehold or something, and it came up.
Wow. God
Anyways,
love
so here's the thing. Now, D, you mentioned this when we were talking about this movie, about like the fat dude being with the hot chick and how that's a staple and stuff. You want to explain to the folks about that?
Well, it's very simple. Fred Flintstone and Wilma, Peter Griffin and Lois Griffin, Kevin James,
like Homer and Marge.
Homer and Marge, yeah. Homer
Kevin
and Marge,
James, Leah Remini.
yeah, thank you, both of them. I'm not saying that hot chicks can't be in love with fat guys, but it's a trope that is in television and even in movies where the big lovable guy gets with either the very good looking or decent looking girl. It happens.
Or the super way out of your damn league chick.
Because real talk, look, Lois and Peter, I can believe them. I can believe Lois and Peter.
Even Homer and Marge.
But Kevin James, no way. No way. I feel bad about this, but nah. Ain't no way, Kevin. Ain't no way. She's a little bit too up. She's a 8, man. How did you get her? What job do you have? Don't say that UPS job, nigga.
Well, clearly in one of the episodes when they showed what he looked like earlier on when they met each other and stuff, it's like, oh, I see that because he's one of those dudes that used to play football for a short time.
See, that's a lot of them because either the guy played football, he was like formerly athletic or some shit like that. That's fine. I ain't got a problem with that. But that's usually a trope where it's like a wacky fat guy is with the girl that's kind of out of his range. That's always there. Now, that also being said, Fred's cheating on Wilma. I don't know why we even saying this, y'all. Fred is clearly cheating on Wilma.
Put it out there, folks.
Like, real talk, Fred has been raw dogging Betty for a long time.
For a while now. You need to be real about that.
I mean, if we're being real and stuff, if you guys want a good idea and stuff, DC did a comic on the Flintstones that's very kind of like real life-ish to an extent, so you get an idea of their marriage dynamics and stuff, and it's actually pretty like funny to an extent.
It is pretty, because she's like her dad had money or some shit like that. It's weird.
It's very kind of like interesting on their marriage dynamics and stuff. But to go back to this movie and stuff, like of course the lone hot chick counselor likes Pat and stuff. Because she finds him endearing.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing, though, Chris. She could have been homely, and they were going to get what he found.
She was fine and stuff. Like, to be honest with you, I kind of felt it was believable a little bit, only because of who her character was and stuff. What we seen of her, just what we seen of her.
I put it this way: Denise Richards Okay, no,
No, you can't do that. No.
You go home. That's
Could they afford Denise Richards? But then again, this is Disney, so they could have thrown money at Denise Richards.
They could have got the dead corpse of. Well, she was alive during this time. They could have got in her prime Zsa Zsa Gabor to be in this movie if they wanted to.
I'm real
Okay,
about this. They could have got Ali Sheedy and stuff, and I still would have been like, I don't know.
Ali Sheedy. Ew, no, ew. Ew. She was doing softcore porn at this time. Disney didn't want nothing to do with her.
No way.
Oh, we brought that up.
Did we?
Yes. If you listen to our hit episode of Best Friend, we mentioned the fact that she was in Red Shoe Diary.
Disney doesn't shy away from that shit. Come on now.
They do. Speaking of which, everybody, listen to Man's Best Friend. It is one of our favorite episodes.
Dog pisses acid. Yeah.
Also, dog jumps over several cars, and I mentioned this, and I start singing the Perfect Strangers theme song to it.
Standing tall
on the wings of my dreams.
So these kids, all of a sudden, one of the counselors start dancing the Love Machine. And it somehow brings all the boys and girls together to dance and stuff. And I'm like,
boy,
white people.
First of all, it wasn't the kids that started. They started dancing.
No. I said the counselor started it. That's what I said. The counselor started it.
The one lone counselor who just could not take it anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you get a white guy that just snaps. He's like, "Look, I've had enough of this bullshit. I'm getting in here and I'm just gonna dance." This guy took all of that fucking that was in his system and let it out on the dance floor, being as white as possible dancing.
You know what? That dude, that rhythm was so bad. When Keenan started dancing, Keenan was dancing just as bad as all those white people.
That was a lane from Seinfeld levels of just like, yo, you are so fucking offbeat. It is ridiculous.
Now, can I point out something else? Can I point out something else too? Keenan being quite possibly the only black person at this camp.
Actually, I think he was the only black person in the movie.
He was. But I wasn't gonna go that far. But even though that's true, it's true. But I wasn't gonna go that far. I was just gonna say him being the only black person at this party in the entire camp. You mean to tell me you couldn't find not one brown girl for the girls' camp?
Nah,
No.
I mean, come on. Hold on.
Look where they're at. Look where they're at. Keenan is the only black person there.
Hold on. Let me just make my point real quick. Come on. In Happy Birthday, Zach, there was at least 5 black people in that youth center.
First off, you're talking about Grove, probably the more diverse representation of America. Just putting it out there.
Hey, Chris, look at me. You shut the fuck up.
We're talking about heavyweights, where apparently Kenan Thompson...
Chris got legit snippy with you. First off, Angel Grove is very diverse. There is a strong African American community.
I look at heavyweights and it's like, clearly they're like, look, I have been in situations where I'm the only white person. Why I say the only white person? I'm the only black person in like at a party and stuff. So of course I'm not gonna see not a single other black person there. So it is kind of like, I feel Kenan Thompson's character where I'm like, no sisters here, huh? I guess I gotta fucking get it when I get it. Might as well.
I mean, which I'm cool with that, but I'm just saying, come on, movie.
But real talk,
come on, Disney.
No, even if she's never seen again in the entire movie, just
I'm looking at Disney like, hey Disney, you couldn't just throw Keenan a bone and throw in like a cameo appearance of Tatiana Ali or some shit. Like we couldn't get that.
That's way too much money. And number two, let's be very real.
Like number two, you try to get hold on. Number two, you try to
pull him. Somebody shit.
And number three, you got get number three, you got to get them in a fat suit.
No. Well, remember they weren't fat girls.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The girls weren't tripping.
I'll give you this much. We saying all this. Let's just be real. Well, Keenan, we got a black chick for you. Nah. I'm cool with a white one.
Yeah, Keenan's black. No, better yet, like CJC, you mentioned all these other like cameos. Nah, save some money, and you get the light-skinned girl from my brother and me.
Man, you know what? You're right. So, all of a sudden,
Eris,
you're right.
I have this certificate for a personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut. Somebody who we all fucking forgot. The fact that you not only remember the fact that she was light skinned, you didn't mention my brother and me for the second time.
Crazy part is, did you mention her, Eris? That was the same chick that went topless when Bill Cosby was going into court.
Oh.
Same chick.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait.
Stop.
No.
Chris?
I need to.
Chris,
I need to.
Well, no. Don't take it back. But, Chris, did you just hit a Trey Songz yep?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just recognized that too.
Go home. Find a seat and sit there for a while. You know what? Hurry up. Let's just get through this damn thing.
So.
Hey, hold on. Hate to be a dog, but Bill Cosby beat me to it. Hey, we all got to see her topless. Hey, oh God, I'm editing that.
Yeah, that was it.
Hey, but them titties were free. Anyway,
Yes, they were.
yo, I like how Bill, who was blind, being dead at him the whole time.
Yo, dead fucking ass was he looking at it like, Bill, he raped me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, whoa, what are we doing here? What's going on here?
Thank you guys for mentioning that tonight. Wow. Anyway, let's go.
So the whole thing happens and they're dancing and all the, everybody's dancing. That's when Tony Perkins breaks it up and stuff. And all of a sudden, it's like, I'm sitting there and all of a sudden we see a couple of the fat chicks like, oh, they about to hook up with some of these chicks. And then and I'm like, oh, that sucked. Okay, cool. Whatever. So we cut to our boy, Jerry. He's talking to, Pat and stuff, and they're talking about the camp and just where it's at and stuff, and they're on the go-kart and he's pushing them around and just having that talking. So basically, this is where the movie kind of turns it around, where the kids are kind of like pushing back on Tony Perkins' shenanigans, essentially. And we find out the next day when they break into his house that, hold up though, this dude hasn't been mailing off our letters to our folks.
Oh, what? Did they think that the fucking raging psychopath of a camp owner was on the up and up? Really?
Yeah. So they had a little hijinks and stuff like that, and they managed to get out. And as they're doing and stuff, as they're talking over what happened, they sitting there saying, "Hold up, I hear a rapper." Because fat.
What? Oh yeah, a rapper. Yeah, because they're fat.
Yeah, because they're fat. You see, as they open up the stall, a kid's eating a sloppy.
My man was eating a burger.
Eating a burger.
That nigga had.
So come out that somebody has a tree stump and turned it into a stash for food, to which they put everything, burgers and snacks and things like that.
Hey, excuse me. Dwayne Shaw, 3 Black Geeks. Why would there be food like burgers inside there? It's not like a cooling unit or anything like that. Wouldn't the food actually kind of rot after a while? And how come no animal's been at that same stomp?
The fact that it's been sitting in there for 2 days.
Well, animals can't open lids.
The fact that it sat there for the whole day.
Well, we'll see. He put it there that night, and we don't know the passage of time, but people were just going in it and stuff. So okay, fine.
Whatever.
The montage rules.
Montages. I want candy because they're fat. You see, I want candy.
That's the second time. This was actually the second time they put that song in a Disney movie. Yeah. The first time being Blank Check.
We're gonna do that movie since you keep mentioning that goddamn
No,
movie.
we're not. No, we're not.
I'm just saying that they put that song in a movie and they always had it associated with a fat character.
We're gonna end up having to do that, right? You want to know why? Tone locomotive. Boom.
Hey, Chris.
No, wait, Chris, you're insinuating that we're going to do a Tone Loc month.
And you're insinuating that there's enough Tone Loc movies to
There
do
is.
a Tone Loc.
There is. Surf Ninjas.
We already
Blank
did that.
check. No, we didn't.
Oh, we did it.
No, we
No,
didn't.
never. We didn't. No.
Surf Ninjas. Blank check. Fern Gully and Sea Bear Jamal. 4. Tone Loc month.
You are reaching, bruh.
You are reaching. You didn't even mention Bebe's Kids. You went straight for
I could have went
Fern Gully.
Bebe's Kids, but that was a collaboration there, more on Robin Harris than Tone Loc, though, to be fair.
All right, you want to know what?
A second level reach would have been Faking the Funk, where you play gangster.
Because why doesn't he play gangster?
Hey, Eris, you want to talk about collaborations? Remember when you just mentioned Homegirl from My Brother and Me Be with Kenan Thompson? But check it out. Kenan Thompson hooked up with Bill Cosby on Fat Albert. God, something.
And look. I saw Real Talk side note before we continue, though.
Hey, Chris, and that's where it happened at.
Funny thing is, you know what's funny? I think it was either Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon that asked him, hey, so you worked on Fat Albert with Bill Cosby. What was the advice that he gave you? And did you, knowing that you know now about Bill Cosby, did it ever feel weird? He's like, funny enough, I talked to Bill, but it's just, I never really, funny enough, he never had, that deep interaction with Bill like a lot of other people did. Cause
I call bullshit. See, Keenan, what you need to do is make sure the girl's in a position where you can just drop it off and she don't know it.
He didn't back okay, Mr. Cosby, whatever you say.
Whatever Mr. Cosby.
I'm going to go over here and do Snakes on the Plane and get the fuck away from this guy.
Johnny was in that movie.
I hate you for that, Chris. That's actually an excellent reference. Anyway.
Yeah, him and Flex, because black people. But anyways.
Because Flex needed the money.
I mean, that's
Michael Jackson story on my career.
That's the funny part about it is if you had to really say who needed the money more, Keenan or Flex in Snakes on the Plane, it was Flex.
You think? Anyway.
It was Flex. Keenan was there to pay off a car note and to be with Sam Jackson. So it was a 2-for-1 deal for that one. So actually, Tony Perkins, he has them do their little weigh-ins and stuff, and all the kids basically weigh more and stuff. To which, when they play Goldberg, I'm just gonna say Goldberg because I forgot his name in this movie. He gets on the scale and Tony Perkins is like, "Get off the scale," because he already knew the dude fucking.
It was so great. He's like, "All right, come on, next, get on the scale." He sat on the scale. He tipped the little thing over just a little bit. Get off the scale. It was just.
Let's be real about this. Fucking Perkins and Goldberg kept beefing with one another, so that made it fucking hilarious. So he's like, "Get off the scale. Get off the scale."
And I like the fact that he took these kids on a fucking hike. Because
they're fat, you see. Because they're gonna gas out.
Oh my God! And the girl, see, you kids remind me of the story of Icarus, how he kept on pushing that boulder up the hill. Here's me. That's Sisyphus.
I was going to say, I'm like, isn't that? I was like, bro, are you mixing stories up?
That was the best part. He rode it all. He rode it up to the top of the hill just for the boulder to melt. He falls all the way back to the bottom of the hill. I'm like, that's Sisyphus and Icarus at the same time. I am so sick of you, Ben Stiller.
But the thing is, again, that's the character though, because he's this guy that just is so full of shit. That he just has to make up something so stupid like that. It's like, all right, fine, cool, So he had up in the hill and stuff, and he again shirtless and stuff because I'm fit. And all of a sudden, that's when he does this shit where he's literally spinning on a stick off a cliff. And the kids are like, "This guy's fucking crazy."
Oh, I like the fact where
yo, are we having fun? Are we having fun now?
I like this so much to show you how fake it was. That all they did was play a sound effect jumping off the stick and hitting the ground, where all it was Ben Stiller did like a really quick bunny hop in the air and coming down like, oh, and you just heard the sound effect like he jumped off of it. I'm like, yo, that's so fake as shit.
So eventually, they sit there and goad him into doing like hook challenge and stuff. And all of a
Yo,
sudden,
Ben Stiller, I meant to say this. Ben Stiller looks like a motherfucker. He looks like a dude that's in shape, but is seriously out of shape, doesn't he? Like
No.
he's never
like
truly in shape.
he has a 4-pack. It ain't a 6-pack yet, but it's a 4-pack.
Like
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about Ben Stiller looking at his crazy off the wall antics in this film is that you sit and you think to yourself, and to think 3 years from now he's going to be in a movie called Mystery Men.
All right.
Hey, Mystery Man Mystery Man was supposed to be his launching point, and it never launched. But the point is this: Ben Stiller was lucky enough to have a career.
But like I said, it's just a lot of this stuff because it's funny because it's Judd Apatow wrote this movie and stuff. I see a little bit of Judd Apatow stuff in this film, just a little bit. It ain't full blown Apatow, but it's like you see a little bit in it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
It's particularly with Ben Stiller's character, just particularly with him and just all his shenanigans and stuff. So anyway, they're doing the push-ups and stuff, and when he does the push-ups, Goldberg has his ass out and stuff, and when he does the push-ups and stuff, he's like, oh shit, his ass is in my face, and they run after each other. And that's when Ben Stiller, Tony Perkins, falls into a ditch, and basically he's out. So they're like...
They straight up kidnapped him, and they locked him up in one of the rooms.
With the electric fence.
And I liked how the fat counselor was like, wait a minute, you guys can't do this. You can't do this. And I forgot what Tony said back, and he was like, okay.
No, Tony. Tony did. Tony did threaten to kick him in the nuts. He did.
So basically, what ends up happening is and stuff. That's when Pat's like, "All right, fine. I guess the road. All right, we're gonna keep him in there," and that's where we get the montage of they tie up the rest of the other counselors, including Lars, putting honey on his chest and saying, "There's bears in these woods, and the bears are gonna come after him and stuff." And I did laugh a little bit of how he's screaming, and the kids are like, "Shit, maybe there is a bear attacking him and stuff." Gets back, is a fucking deer licking his chest where the honey was.
Not even a full grown.
Not even a full grown dude.
Yeah, and he's like, "I'm a vegetarian," because funny, yeah.
I'm a vegetarian. Of course you are.
Yeah.
Then the kids have a food party.
Where they call up every food place that you could think of. Like, they get a literal, mile-long sub from Subway.
Not just any food. Like, bro, there are parties that you have, like, when you took over the school, or, like, either you took over a school, you took over a camp. The takeover parties. The takeover parties are probably the most regretful parties that you will have.
Where did they get the money to get this food?
I was just about to say the
That's
same.
another question. That is also another question. Where do you get the money for this? But never mind that. It's the fact that you are going to regret it in the morning. They woke the next day. Everybody was passed out from food comas and shit.
I like how Pat asked them, "What is the lesson that you learned?" And Keenan, I'm not going to lie, I thought it was a funny line. "Never put Twinkies on your pizza." And everybody's like, "Yeah, that's a good point." Yeah.
Hey, you want to hear? And you want to know what my son said? Because they're fat, Dad. Like, yeah.
I mean, he says, "Everybody, I hope you learned a lesson here." I'm looking at him like, bruh, the takeover parties. You go look, enjoy it while you can, because you're gonna regret it the next day.
Well,
actually,
like, because another example of another example is not necessarily a takeover party, but it's one of those parties where, damn, shit got really wild. Was the party from How High?
Yeah. That was a ridiculous one too.
But the crazy part is like that montage of them throwing pies, syrup, and whipped cream, and then the cherries and fat.
Yo, at the I like how it's like after all that they's like, oh, we gotta get this shit straightened out for our parents.
They montage them basically, getting better. They're eating better and they're working out, doing walks and stuff, speed walks and things like that. And, and they're coming back and the parents get there and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, I lost weight, son, but I feel good, Dad." Good enough. Fine. You know.
But here's the funny thing about some fat camps. Some fat camps, that's the whole point. We don't. It's not about really the kids losing so much weight as to make these fat kids get active.
You
Right.
will have some kids that will lose some weight. That's to be
Yeah,
expected.
sure, that's fine, and that's even better. But sometimes it's better that the fact that the kid is not being stationary and being fat. Because the worst thing, and we're all adults, we all go through this shit. The worst thing you can do is sit down, not move, and just binge. That's when it's the worst.
Yeah.
So the whole point is to make sure these kids get some fucking sunlight and some fresh air.
Yeah. Now,
But
the parents get there, and they're showing them just of the camp experience, and it's like Camp Hope or Camp Hell, and we see all the stuff Tony Perkins' dad to him. I ain't gonna lie, I fucking laughed at some of that stuff where he was like running along with them in the rain and stuff. About something like I know I'm run, I'm late or something. Everywhere I go, everywhere I run, or everywhere I go, I'm late or some shit like that. And then like telling them to do 10 push-ups, no 20 push-ups. Eat the ground there, da 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 da. And I'm like, wow.
I was laughing at the fact that it was when he did Camp Hope or Camp Hell. Here's me. Who made that graphic? I know y'all got Disney movie buddy, but yo, come on now, bro.
So meanwhile, English boy is guarding Tony Perkins, and Tony takes a freaking tinfoil and makes it into a Hershey Kiss, and then the little kid is all enticed because he's empty, you know.
Yeah.
Hershey Kiss, that's enough to really get a kid in there.
Scooter basically opens up the cage on his ass. I'm like, yo, bro, man.
He didn't even open the cage. Like, first of all, there was already an opening inside the cage, but that opening just conveniently conveniently located next to the freaking bug zapper. And so he took that tinfoil, like what was it, a tinfoil and tinfoil something else and a fork and stuck it in the stuck it in the short circuit, caused it to short out completely, so that way he won't get shocked when he reaches his hand through the hole. And so he grabs this kid, yoked him up, and said, "Yep, I'm out of here." And Tony, I ask you, how the hell did you get all the way up there to the high window?
Because he can, because he's a ninja, I guess.
No. It's the problem we always had. Fucking scene continuity. It means something, Chris. That means the mean errors.
Yeah. But I like how he sat there and was like, bravo, bravo. But I think the villain was a little overdone.
The cinematography, the editing. So the villain was a little over the top.
Now, I like how when he jumps down, he goes, ow. It's like, yo, that sounds like, okay.
Funny.
Now, recently, folks, Ricochet in NXT did a flip from the fucking, ring down on the ground. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure Ricochet was just internally like, ow.
There was difference. You see, Ricochet has been flipping for the last, 10 years. I'm pretty sure when he was still in that, like, my knees, my sweet knees.
But it's like that Simpsons meme that they were trying to attach to Ricochet where the dude landed and he's like, ah! No, but here's the thing. Because Perkins is such a dude, bro, he literally sitting there talking like, I am the Alpha Omega, and breaking glasses and walking over top of it and shit. I'm like, wow, okay, Jesus Christ. You know?
Dude, make your point.
And then Jerry's dad literally fucking punches him in the stomach, and you're thinking, oh, that was over a grand opening, grand closing. And
well, that was it.
And then all of a sudden, Tony Perkins is literally fucking karate chops his dad on the back, and that's enough to take Jerry's dad out. And I'm like, really? Okay.
My man gave him the double judo chop.
Did a backflip, and then landed on his neck and shit and stuff. And then that's when Tony's dad just rolls up in there and is like, yeah, sounds a little loopy and stuff. And that's Ben Stiller playing his dad, by the way, which I thought was funny a little bit and stuff.
It's so Ben Stiller, too.
He was like, Papa. It's Papa. Papa. I'm like, okay, wow.
I don't like it. Like, yeah, so, He's like, I hate to say this, but we need somebody to run the camp and all that. And he was like, oh, who's been here the longest? 4 years, 1 year, 18 years. 18 years? Like, what are you done?
Yo, but he did it in such a way where he was just like, whoa, all right, 18 years. I don't know what you done with your life here, but okay.
But he was about to be old when you say, like, well, he is the pretty much the prototypical fat version that's been at this camp all his life. Which reminds me of a line he said at the beginning of the movie. He's like, you say goodbye to your girlfriends? He's like, but girlfriend? Like, yes. Like, yeah, I did the same thing. I told my girlfriend I can't be with her this summer because I'm going here. I'm like, shut up.
Every summer I break up with my girlfriend.
It's a goddamn lie.
I want children.
So anyways, fun's back at camp. The blob is back and stuff, and the kids,
and then it hits fun. And then it hits you. You still got 10 minutes left in this movie.
Like there's still like 15, 20 minutes left in this
movie. Here's the thing. Starts, right? So this is where they get back at it and stuff, and they finally are like, hey, we're gonna do this and stuff, and they have the little camp.
The Apache run. I think that's what they call it.
The Apache run and stuff. And
as I like to call it, cultural appropriation run.
It really is. It's like, okay. So the run consists of course, athletic stuff like, the sack race and running and stuff. But in order to offset that, to really, so they can catch up and stuff, they do little things like, questionnaires and stuff about science, and then they got to shave a balloon. Dumb shit like that to give the fat kids a chance in this movie, clearly.
Hey. The balloon part was like, hey, that had something to do when Goldberg was doing it early in the movie. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Well, no, he was actually shaving himself, but whatever.
Yeah, because, he clearly has a beard and stuff, but, whatever. Now, one of the parts that I thought was funny to me and stuff, just because it's me, is one of the kids is climbing up and stuff, and you're thinking that he's got up there and he's stuck, and they come to find out he didn't even, climb the fucking thing yet.
Again, I got frustrated. I'm like, oh my God, you on a harness. Just move. Just move.
And then all of a sudden,
hey Chris, I don't think I mentioned this. I hate unathletic fat people.
Hold up, did you like how Kenan Thompson, channeled his warm moon and threw that football through that tire?
Actually, you want to know what I said to my son?
Give me a break. First of all, the fat kid from Little Giants was more athletic than this.
But you know what, Chris? With that, I leaned to my son and said this, because he's black, you see.
You can throw that football.
Throw it, nigger.
The other camp counselor was going to say that because he's black, you see.
The skinny one? Oh, yeah, that dude's a racist. He is. Anyway.
So they get in there and they're doing the little thing, questioning the whole doing solve for X. And I'm like, okay, fine.
It is funny because docs don't know how to do it.
They don't know the presidents and they don't know who the Mona Lisa is because he's calling her Cher every 5 minutes.
Now, what do you say? He's like, what did the little British kids like? You know nothing of history.
Yeah, something like that.
He's like, you know nothing of your own history.
Like that's not.
Then I said it again, and then I said it to my son, that's racist. He just starts laughing.
So they finally get to their go-karts and stuff, and it's typical go-kart race. Now, here's the thing.
I like how you get Jerry, the kid who has no experience in go-kart, to be the one to race.
Now, here's my thing about this race, right? It's the race, and then foreshadowing, they took the boat fucking propeller, and somehow that gave it the fucking Too Fast, Too Furious Nas boost to jump over the other fucking go-kart.
Yo, when that happened, I was...
You know what I found funny about this? The movie kind of spoiled that for you by having them show that in the trailer.
Yeah. You know what, for me, here's me. Cheating?
Well, CD, they foreshadowed it because, he put fucking Top Gun wings on them because, reasons.
Dude, shut up.
I saw that shit and I was like, I should call bullshit, but this movie was already ridiculous. I'm like, that's not how propulsion works. That shit would not fucking work. But okay, move. And I guess that gives them a Nas boost. So the kids win the day and stuff.
Dude, I was like, you know what? There's only 3 minutes left. Let's just go.
Yeah, so they triumph and stuff, and he does it and stuff. But I like how they go slow motion with it and stuff, where he uses it on the little small ass hill. And I'm like, that's not how this works. Like, what are we doing here?
And he made it right over that road. I like, why did he give him? I was like, why did he give him a roll cage on these go-karts? Well, there's a reason why. Because with that roll cage, he rode right over top of the other car and made it. And I thought to myself, they had to do this shot 3 times to get it exactly right.
They had to have. There ain't no way they didn't.
There's some badass 14-year-old that's inside that go-kart. Like, yeah, let's do it again. I know there is.
So basically, the kids win the day and stuff, and that's the movie in a nutshell and stuff, and to the point where also we don't need no stinking trophy, and they throw it into the water, and then the kids from the other camp run in there, and I'm like, okay, I mean, it's not your trophy, guys, but okay.
Hey, fat kids, you do realize that we share that trophy. It goes side all the time. So you essentially threw the you know what? Whatever. You don't care.
Go chuck it in the lake.
Yeah.
Yeet. Yeet.
Now here's the thing. I guess so there's some trivia about this that had me rolling a little bit. So homeboy that's Goldberg, right? Yep. So apparently he kind of got his arm twisted to do this movie because he didn't want to be in this movie, but Disney was like, hey dog, so if you don't do heavyweights, you're in D3 Mighty Ducks.
That sounds like some Disney shit right there.
I'm like, damn dog.
That is the most Disney thing I have heard in a minute. That sounds like something Disney would do. I got a feeling they did that to Chris Evans also.
Oh, what did Chris Evans do? Well, for Captain America, or you talking about something else?
That's also
no Captain America.
That's Captain America. Some Macaulay Culkin shit right there, where his father threatened. I think what was it? I remember his father threatened that if they don't give, I think he was supposed to give. They were coming up with 2 movies, and they were supposed to be kids' movies, where they were supposed to be Richie Rich and was it Richie Rich? I remember they threatened him with having him not do Home Alone 2 if he couldn't do the other movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
This one was the other way around. That was Disney saying, "Look, nigga, you won't do what we tell you to do, or you ain't getting it."
Yeah.
And I think that's funny. I don't think that's that's just interesting because I know that has to happen a few times in the movie industry where it's like, no, we got to deal with your deal, and you have to abide by said deal. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, so it's definitely like that. Yeah, it's not surprising when I saw that. I was like, that makes makes some pretty good sense and stuff. It's kind of fucked up. It's like, damn dog. So he couldn't be unless he did this movie. Shit,
I was just joking when I said they did it to Chris Evans, but then again, I got a feeling they did that to somebody in the Marvel universe.
Can I be real?
I don't know.
Can I be real about this and stuff? I think they did that shit to Hugo. Hugo was like, "Fuck you guys, I ain't doing this shit."
Hugo like, man, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. It's bad enough that WB made me come back for those Lord of the Rings movies, man. I ain't even want to do The Hobbit.
Hey, I gotta be real about this. I think they did that shit. I think they did that to Jonathan Taylor Thomas, to be honest with you.
I think they did. They had to be.
So, hey, Jonathan, you gotta do multiple movies for us. All right, I guess I'll do Man of the House. Yeah, but you also gotta do Tom and Huck. Put it out there.
Do I have to?
Do I have to? But you get to team up with Brad Renfro. I guess.
Hey, no. When you said that, here's it. Brad's an asshole. Fuck him.
Hey, I gotta be real. I think Brad Renfro was a fucking asshole in real life.
He had to be, man. He had to be.
But yeah, apparently the Blu-ray for this, there was like a ton of deleted scenes and stuff that was extended, and I'm kind of curious to actually check those out and stuff because it's like, wow, they actually did a rollout Blu-ray for this movie. That's amazing.
Well, good for Disney for actually giving a fuck about one of its older licenses.
And also, I thought this movie was filmed in North Carolina because I had a feeling it was filmed in North Carolina.
I will say this: this movie is, if you haven't not seen it, it is one of the better live action Disney movies. It's the one they don't talk about that much for whatever strange reason. Maybe because of the subject matter, or maybe because you can't sell it like that, or maybe because it didn't do that well in the box office. Who knows? But it's one of those movies that you have to check it out just once. You know what I mean? It's worth the watch, and I really mean it. When it comes to movies, it's one of the better ones. Oh boy. What is it?
Oh man, you know what's funny? It just the opening weekend of this movie, it just reminded me of another movie that happened, and it actually was low key funny. That fucking Brady Bunch movie.
Wow, I had to go against the Brady Bunch movie.
Gary Cole made that movie to me.
Gary Cole still has work today, man, because of that movie.
Dude, because Gary Cole. It wasn't until I watched Harvey Birdman that I liked him, but it's like when I go back and watch, I actually did go back and watch the Brady Bunch movies. I like how he played it so straight as the dad, and it just makes it so funny and stuff. But like Heavyweight did open the same weekend as the Brady Bunch movie and Just Cause, and I mean, I don't know the budget for Heavyweights, but it doesn't seem like it really cost much to make, so I'm pretty sure it did pretty good for Disney and stuff, to be honest with you.
I don't think this movie couldn't put a hole in them like the way we think it did.
Yeah.
It had to be minor, you know what I mean?
But I mean, to really emphasize its 90s and stuff, I mean, Billy Madison was the thing, and that came out like the previous weekend before this, so you know, there you go on that one and stuff. And I don't know, man. This is definitely, again, this is one of those movies in the 90s where it was just like a lot of good movies and stuff. You're talking about Billy Madison, you had The Quick and the Dead, which is actually a pretty good movie. Legends of the Fall, Forrest Gump, which I think was basically exiting theaters at this point and stuff because it already like made ridiculous amounts of money. Pulp Fiction, and then Nobody's Fool to kind of round out the top of that weekend.
Yeah, man, he came out during a tough time, bro.
Yeah, so
At that point, I understand why people forgot about it, though.
yeah,
You know,
it
just
is one of those kind of like forgettable movies and such. But I mean, if it's on, it's kind of like background noise to me and stuff. So.
But anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
Next time you will hear us, we'll be doing
America. What is the first America movie that folks can anticipate?
Team America.
Yes. America.
No, about the best.
Yeah.
No, that was the best part. The best part to be the America Fuck Yeah song. It was America Fuck Yeah song when it was somber. America.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
As they're flying the plane on the mission and stuff. Go save motherfucking world. Gotta be real about this too before we go. The best part was when they used that music for the Captain America First Avenger movie.
Everybody did, man.
Cause I was like, yo, that was a perfect song. Like, yo, Captain America First Avenger was like very America. Fuck yeah. So yeah, but anyways, folks, yeah, that's gonna be the summer of 3 Black Geeks is America. So yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.